Hello and welcome to the daily I Am Ritual Masterclass. I like to call this the yoga of beauty. And I am your host and your guide today. I am Amy Wall. I'm an award-winning beauty visionary, and I'm the creator of Higher Self Beauty and Time Light Skin Nutrition with the 18-hour nutrient delivery system. Here's the fine print. And let's get started. But before we get started, I want to make a prediction. If you're over 35 and you have 5 or more serums, moisturizers, creams, and or beauty tools that you've purchased from the internet, the drugstore, or an influencer, and you don't have a consistent practice or strategy based on the ingredients, the formulas, and your own goals and vision, and I know that you've never seen significant results from any topical product, and you're always looking out for the next best, better solution. And you've been trying to build a house without architecture or plans. So this I Am daily skincare ritual and method is your first step to creating this energetic beauty blueprint that will act as this architecture for you. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you money. It's going to produce results. And maybe most importantly, it's going to prevent perception drift, which is that widening gap between what you think you look like, what you want to look like, and what you actually look like. We've got to start harmonizing our inner and outer images. So in a nutshell, the daily I Am ritual is each day you're going to take 1 to 2 minutes to stand in front of your mirror with total awareness. You're going to engage in your I Am presence and practice. It's a simple yet powerful practice for setting your energetic intentions. We know how important setting intentions is. We are going to activate your meridian points, and you're going to do this all while applying your skincare products. And it's going to help you really create yourself and fill your cup every day. Through this process, you're going to tap into your skin intelligence, communication with your own body. You're going to start cultivating a more positive self-image, and you're going to illuminate your energy. And this is going to form the foundation for everything I do at Higher Self Beauty. So your I Am ritual is a form of yoga for beauty, allowing you to connect in with your inner essence daily and radiate that beauty into the world. So we know about face yoga, which is like going through, facial exercises, but what about connecting in? Connecting in with your mind, your body, and spirit. That's what I Am is. So your I Am is the connection between the spiritual twins of your self-image and your higher self. And I have much more, content around this in the Bright Rights, but just connect in with that you have these spiritual twins, and they're not as disconnected as you might think, your self-image and your higher self. So one thing to know about this ritual is that it's an investment. Investing in yourself first thing in the morning is the key to growing your energetic currency. And when you begin each day with your I Am ritual, you're starting to practice reality creation. So it's like the secret for your skin. So let's talk about skin types versus conditions. Practicing your I Am, connecting in with your I Am is going to help you identify these disempowering inner patterns that might be showing up on your skin. So this is really the first start of the practice of skin tuition. So we're not, controlling or burning or shaming or judging everything that's showing up on our skin. We are curious and we're seeing where maybe our inner I Ams are showing and expressing. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, but just as an introduction to skin tuition, for instance, dullness. If you're experiencing dullness on your skin, where could you increase your circulation in all areas of your life? And maybe an I am statement or an I am energy that you would like to bring to the mirror could be I am flow, dryness. What do you need to let go of? I am hydrated, uneven skin tone. Where can you be more balanced and integrated? I am balanced. Wrinkles. Perhaps the one that most women are really struggling with. What patterns of emotion and expression are not serving you anymore? Or what patterns of emotion expression are you not sharing and you're not expressing? So a really good one for this, if you're starting to work with your wrinkles energetically, is I am releasing. Breakouts. What is irritated and inflamed in your life? So you might affirm, I am calm. Now, of course, this is just, a very small little window inside of Skin Tuition, but hopefully that sparks some ideas of your own. So first, let's talk about rituals and routines. Really, the only thing separating a routine from a ritual is intention. So all of the skin routines that you have going right now, which if you are, if you're watching this, then you're probably a person who's interested in already has a skin routine. Rituals aren't complicated, religious processions or anything complicated. It's just around what are your intentions. And I like this crystal grid photo here because this just kind of illustrates you could have a pile of rocks, or you could have a grid, with specific intentions. So that's just a little window into really what I'm talking about with this ritual. It is your skin routine. You're just going to accelerate it and activate it with intention. So more about I am. Your I ams are the unconscious and the conscious beliefs and images you hold about yourself. And a lot of these have already been programmed into your subconscious by the time you're around 7 years old. So some of this stuff is deep. Some of these things don't even belong to you. That gets us into a rabbit hole around epigenetics. And of course, I go into that deeply in the Bright Rights or in the personal work that we do together. So I am is my favorite form of affirmation or affirming because the words act like water flowing through bricks. The words alone don't have the power. The feelings and the presence that you bring to the words makes them an activating code. But I am really isn't even an affirmation. It is a divine presence. I am that. I am. Jesus spoke of it. Saint Germain, the Ascended Master, many spiritual leaders and teachers have spoken about the power of I am, because what we claim as our identity allows us to actually express that and become that almost instantly. So intention, lots of great books around this, lots of great stuff out there around intention. But here's a dictionary definition, and it's really the act of determining mentally, deciding upon a result. This is what I intend. So I intend this live stream. I intend this recording for this class to reach the person that really needed to hear these messages. I intend to use my facial formulas in furtherance of sharing my inner light and having it shine out of my skin. I intend to have health and radiance down to the very smallest part of my cells, to my whole body and system. So we really must start thinking from the end and become our own beauty engineer, reverse engineer what these intentions are, and work from the end and work along with the natural law of cause and effect. So we're starting to go through the I. So we started with intention, and now we're at the ingredients, because I am is not only a divine presence, but I've got, with each I, the A, and the M, these different aspects that I want to turn on the light for you are at play when you practice this very quick 1 to 2 minute daily ritual. So just, going through and unpacking these different layers and levels will absolutely supersize the results and activate this knowing in you very deep down into your cells and yourself. So ingredients, gosh, this is like one of my passions. I love topical ingredients. Lucky me, I was brought up with, if I call them hippies, I don't know. I was raised with parents who were really into health and wellness on some level. And my mom was a nutritionist, and she was teaching me how to read the back of the ingredient decks on, all of the foods and products that we were using. And so it's always been a passion of mine. And I would really like to invite you to start becoming excited and curious about what ingredients you're putting on your skin without fear or shaming or judging something's good and something's bad. We don't need to do that. It's just to bring the intention to the ingredients. So what ingredients are you using on your skin? And do you know what these ingredients are actually supposed to do? So if you know that vitamin C, specifically L-ascorbic acid, is supposed to brighten your skin and stimulate collagen and elastin growth within the fibroblasts of your cells, then you can actually add that intention in. So when you pick up your products, like, oh, thank you, vitamin C, and you're expecting and intending and reverse engineering that this vitamin C is going to activate those collagen and elastin fibroblasts. So that's just, for instance, that might be an advanced level for you, but a great way to start becoming familiar with ingredients is just to go and check the ingredient dictionary that I have on my website at higherselfbeauty.com. You can find that in a footer, and in the beauty blueprint, I provide my favorite resources for researching ingredients in a way that doesn't use judgment and fear mongering, which a lot of them do. So of course, the internet is where smart people go to get bad information. So you really have to take, everything that you read online with a grain of salt and make sure that you do respect the database and you respect the information that's being shared with you. It's not enough for us just to take things for granted when people tell us that something is true. So there's definitely certain ingredient databases that I do not visit, namely the EWG. That's on my ignore list. And if you'd like to know why, you may DM me at any time. But I would love to invite you to start appreciating, acknowledging, and asking these ingredients to contribute to you when you apply them on your skin. This can be just as quickly as just looking at it, acknowledging, appreciating, and then applying those ingredients. So imagination, the word image is hidden right in the word imagination, and our focus with beauty and, these facial formulas and the practice and the cultivation of our skin should always be to incorporate inner images, visualizations that support our true desires. And this allows us to direct our self-image, which is how we move forward in the world. And our self-image is a servo mechanism, which means it's a thermostat, and you most likely have set it and forget it. But if you work with me, I'm going to teach you how to reprogram it with inner images. Illumination. Illumination is radiance. That's what we're here for, right? Don't we want to illuminate our skin? Isn't that what we're here for? It's the glow up. And this is about inner light. It's about turning on and tuning in and turning up our cellular and our spiritual energy. It's what we're here for. Let's shine that light, show up and shine bright. And affirmation, there's a lot of There's a lot of stuff around affirmations that they don't work, because if you were already beautiful, if you were already rich, you wouldn't be just saying that I am that. But you know what? Actually, I do affirm the things I already am. I already am that. So the reason why the I am form of affirmation is so powerful is that it's not only just a string of words, it's a powerful verbal formula, and it's a divine presence. So I'm always affirming that which I wish to desire, to look, to feel, to sense, to be. And I already am that. And I love just catching myself in the mirror and just saying, oh, I already am that. So affirmation is part of the A of the I am. And awareness. Hey, that's what we're here for too. Awareness is consciousness. So be the dot in the mirror when you practice I am, when you bring yourself to the mirror in the morning. It is not about your emails. It's not about your to-do list. It's not about getting the kids on the bus. It's not about the thing your husband told you last night. It's not about your bank balance. It's not about all the things that you're thinking about, past and future. Let's just be the dot in the mirror. When you get into the mirror, drop everything. Just drop the thoughts of the past and the future. Actually, drop all your thoughts and tune in to the infinity of solutions, the infinity of energy, this, this highly charged plasmatic, etheric light that's all around us, and just drop in like you would in a yoga class, like you would in a meditation. That's the energy. It's around awareness and turning off these automatic processes. You know how when you are driving sometimes and you find yourself at your destination and you don't even remember how you got there? It's like that. And oops, I forgot to close the door. So I'll just wait for my dog to walk out that door. And thank you, beautiful husband. Guest appearance by Jeff Wall and Kiko. Okay, so acknowledgement. Oh, this is like one of my most favorite and important things to talk about, because I think there's a real epidemic of unappreciated beauty out there. And I know that because I used to have unappreciated beauty when I was in my early 40s, and I was, I fell asleep and went into the Muggle beauty world and was just injecting my face with Botox and trying the microneedling. And, I was perfect and beautiful right then. And I couldn't see it because of my perception drift. And I wasn't acknowledging what I already was. So what's possible with you acknowledging that who you be now is magical and beautiful, and there's no other time than now to feel that. And so if you're not going to just know you're beautiful and perfect and just fine the way you are now, then when will you? So actually, you're a beautiful badass. You're totally enough right bleeping now. So acknowledgement, bring that in. Notice the things that you love about yourself. Notice your radiance. Notice and like, hey, in the mirror, it's not narcissistic. That's another thing. It's like we are sort of trained that this is like selfish, and we're not supposed to look at ourselves, and we're not supposed to acknowledge that we're beautiful. But there's this whole industry selling us products and self-care and all these things. But we're still this always like, on this hamster wheel of trying to get somewhere. Stop trying to get anywhere. It's be, do, have. Acknowledge you're great now. I get a little passionate about this because, this caused me a lot of suffering when I wasn't acknowledging who I was. And I had, nurses and doctors in my life, encouraging me to cut my eyes and get injections and do the things because that's how they made money, or that because they, whatever their reasons were, when it would have been great if someone just came to me and said, hey, you're like in the prime of your life. You're in the prime of your beauty. Why not acknowledge it? Okay, rant over. And one of my favorites. These are actually my Initials, Amy Elizabeth Wall. So I do love me some awe, and it's my belief that it's awe and wonder. That's what we're actually seeking. It's not really that we want to look like we did when we were young. We just want to think and feel and be awestruck and like excited and fresh and have that like sparkle of awe. So if you were able to know this deep down in your bones, you will be free. And massage. Facial massage is great. Face yoga is great. All of the face massages is great, whether you're doing that with a tool, whether you're doing that with your hands, whether you're doing that with, a little microcurrent, an LED. All stimulation is great on the face. And so for IM, we're going to do tapping, which is called tappement. And this is super powerful for turning on the pulses of the body, which is the energy of the body. So more blood flow means more nutrition to the cells. This helps the cell hydrate, and this activates piezoelectricity. Did you know that you were electric? So we want to do tapping massage when we do IM, and all other massages are great. I teach a form of face yoga called Skintuitive facial massage. It's a little bit more tuned into, we don't do specific moves with Skintuitive massage. We just follow the energy of our body. But for IM, we're going to be tapping. And another M is mindset, which, we want to get out of our mind as much as possible and into our heart, into our body. But if you were going to be, thinking about this and, having a mindset, then this mindset would be beauty abundance. And I can't think of any greater scarcity mindset than aging, right? It's the ultimate scarcity mindset. It's the ultimate, the sand falling out of the hourglass, and we're constantly losing. And over time, we're losing value, and we're losing beauty, and we're losing. If you just dropped that, that would be an amazing way just to drop your value right away. But beauty abundance is that there's always enough beauty to go around. This isn't around competition. This isn't around scarcity. This isn't around, you can only be beautiful at a certain age. This is about, it's all available to you right now, no matter how advanced you are on the time-space continuum. And then mirror play. I try not to call this mirror work, because work sort of has this heavy connotation, but we're going to play in the mirror. And I really encourage you to look in the mirror more often. And your daily IM ritual is going to help you do that, because it's a way of, daily reflection, daily engagement with your reflection. I have at least 4 or 5 different mirror play techniques. But for the IM, what we're going to do is soft gazing with eye contact in the mirror. You're actually not looking at yourself. And I have a mirror right behind this computer, so I'm just doing it right now. I can also look right into the webcam. But this is just about holding your own eye gaze. This is not about judging, looking at what you want to change. This is just about holding your own eye gaze and just sort of dropping into that inner awareness. We're not focusing on flaws. We're extending love and appreciation and kindness. And I always do like to hold my future self-image in consciousness while I'm doing this. The Beauty Blueprint will help you create one of those. And another little tip is to clear the mirror after each session. And I'll teach you how to do that real quickly now. And you just want to make an X over it after you've done your gazing. And you can say light matrix, clear, cancel, and transmute any judgment into radiance. And that comes from the light keys energy system. So small changes to your skincare application will have big results. So before you start, you want to clear your facial clutter. You want to choose only a few specific products, and you want to practice I am each time you apply your skin nutrition. And this is a daily ritual. There's all sorts of more information about that in your blueprint. So definitely get into your blueprint to set up, and clear that facial clutter. There's a wonderful exercise where you edit and purge all of the products that you have and get very intentional about what products you're using and why you're using them. And the best way to remember this I am is to gaze, tap, sweep, and I am. Here is how you do it. So we'll do a quick little demonstration and then we'll be done for the day. Then for this class, and actually it will be just the beginning, because remember, this is a practice. And just like a yoga practice, each time you do it, you'll have more awarenesses. And my clients report an instant glow. So I've applied a little of my uplifted eye, and it's actually a neck cream as well. And you can apply this on your whole face. I'm going to give some intention to the acetylglutathione, amazing mitochondrial feeder and activator. And then I'm going to hold my own eye gaze, and I'm just going to start tapping that product in. I already am that. All right, so that's your deep dive into the daily I am. I hope this contributed to you, and I hope this begins a lifelong journey to exploring your energy, your self-image, and your skin's intelligence, and really being able to connect in with your inner being, connect in with your inner radiance, and express that super conscious radiance out into the world. Thanks for watching, and we will see you at the next session.